Hey guys, how are you? Today I'm going to talk about my favorite characters in Avengers Infinity War. I had not a mixed response, but I had some criticism about Infinity War, but that doesn't mean I didn't love the movie. I really liked it, so that's why I'm doing this list. So my five favorite characters, and we have to, of course, start at number five, but this is not really a list of the most to the least, it's just a list in any order you can appreciate it. So yeah, the first one I would like to talk about is Scarlet Witch because I really like her. I know that many people in general are real confused by her powers. They don't really know what her power set is. It's kind of confusing because she kind of did things in Avengers Age of Ultron that she hasn't done ever again. Basically, she didn't do them in Civil War and she didn't do them in Infinity War, so it's kind of confusing. In Infinity War she does some new things that she didn't do before, but basically her powers, at least in the comic books, are manipulating reality. I mean, she really knows how to do that, and I think that has been reflected a lot in the movies in confusing ways, but it has been reflected, and I think she will be really important in the future for not only for the representation of women in this group, but also for different power sets being acquired and being used in this team. I think she's really important, and it's it kind of sucks for her at the end of this movie. I won't spoil it for you, but I hope she has a better future ahead of her, to be honest. And she's a great, Elizabeth Olsen is a great actress, and she's a great, very interesting character that has been fundamental in the comic book, so she's really important and I really like her. The second one I want to talk about is Thor. Basically Thor is the new, it's funny to say, but it's the new god, basically, because he's not only gorgeous. Chris Hemsworth is perfection. We all know that. We haven't, we just know that. That's just a reality. But he's also so charismatic in this role. After Thor Ragnarok, when they just discovered this comedy side to him, everything has gone just uphill from there. It has been amazing. He can be really funny, but also really deep and troubled, and very intense as a character, and I really like that. And he's amazingly powerful. Now he can summon thunder, which is kind of amazing, and he has so many qualities basically, and he's very important in this movie and for the future of Marvel, I would say. Technically, Chris Hemsworth doesn't really have any more movies signed on with Marvel except Avengers 4, but I really think they have to do a sequel to Thor Ragnarok. I really feel that has to be done at least once. At least one. We want to see him at least once again. Chris Hemsworth is just a dream in every sense of the word, so I just love Thor. The third one would be another woman, and this is Mantis, played by Pom Klementif. She's really an unknown actress, but I think she's just a great find. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, she was a very one-note, very plain. She didn't really do that much in the movie. She has an interesting power set, which is she's an empathetic creature, which means that she can feel what others feel, which is, you think about it and you're like, oh, what's that? How is that useful in any battle situation? And in this movie we see how it is, and it is amazing. We didn't know she was such an avid fighter, such an avid user of her power set. She really knows how to use it in every way, shape or form, and that's amazing. I think she's very empathetic. It's really funny, but she's really great to see in any scene, and she really brings something extra to it. It doesn't really seem to, because she's a really soft character, we could say, but she really brings a lot to the table, and I'm glad she's there. Of course, we cannot talk about Infinity War or about any Avengers movies without talking about Spider-Man. Not only Tom Holland is the cutest guy ever, but the most adorable guy ever too, but he's really Spider-Man. He really embodies that character, and he really fits in that suit in more than one way. He's really amazing. He was amazing in his own movie, to be honest, but in this one we explore a little bit more about him, but his references to older movies, his very particular vision of how things are for someone so young. I mean, he's still at school, but then he becomes, a fundamental part in all this team up of superheroes trying to defend Earth, and that's amazing because he's such a young person. He really lacks experience even after what happened in his own movie, but it's really interesting to see how he looks at everyone and sees everything, and how he admires Tony Stark, and how he looks at the other characters and he's like, oh my god, these people are so crazy, but I'm just so happy to be with them. It's really interesting. It's really passionate from him, and everything that he says or does is really an authentic response from a person that is just brand new to all of this, and that's so amazing to see. And my fifth favorite character of this movie would be Doctor Strange. I mean, I really love the movie Doctor Strange. I think that movie is kind of underestimated, I think, a little bit, because it had a great villain, it had a great villains, because there were a lot of villains, but also a great character in the Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton, and Benedict Cumberbatch does a really nice thing with this character that looks a lot like Tony Stark in more ways than one, because he really looks like him physically, but he has this attitude towards things that is really similar to what Tony Stark does. So it's really funny to see them play together, basically. And of course, he's one of the most skilled superheroes with his skill set, which is using magic, basically, because he really has to know everything about it. And not only that, he uses an Infinity Stone to power those powers he has, that magic. So it's really interesting how he uses that, how he has learned, how he has evolved from his movie. He's much more powerful here. He does amazing things and just fun things, and it's really good to see him. I mean, it's really great to see his action scenes. He's really funny, he's really out there, and he's really an interesting character. I'm very, very, very eager to see what happens next for him. And after this, the list is gone. I hope you liked the same characters as me. Tell me what characters you liked down below. Of course, in this movie and in any other Marvel movies, of course. I have other favorites, but I was only talking about Infinity War. So in general, there are some others that I like, but maybe I'll do another list about that, about the whole thing, the whole movies, all the movies, once I see Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have to see that, and then I will do it. So yeah, please like this video, comment down below whatever you want about the characters, what characters you like. Please share this video in all of your social media, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Goodbye.